What's good? All right. Dillian Whyte is in his feelings. What, Dillian? You are not the top priority of Matchroom Boxing? And they're not going to try to put a fight together for the WBC championship between you and Tyson Fury? I am so shocked. I'm shocked. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, people. Look, man, Dillian the dope fiend doing dope who don't know the meaning of water nor soap. Dillian, Deanna Ball White, you know him, the guy that was saying he's been mandatory for 600 days. That dude, you know what I mean? Well, you're still mandatory, and your promoter, hey, you know, I'm sure he's going to be right there demanding that Tyson Fury, the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury get, that they stop that fight, and Dillian Whyte gets the mandatory fight that he deserves because he's been a mandatory for 600 days. He's been the number one challenger forever and a day for 5 years. He was born the number one contender. He was born the mandatory. You know, all them stories. But what does Eddie Hearn do? Eddie Hearn says, no, we want Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. That needs to happen next. And Dillian is like, no, Eddie, it's me. No, Dillian, it's not you. No, Dillian, it's not you. You were there, Dillian, so that you could fight Deontay Wilder because we didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder. But now that Tyson Fury did your job for you, we will take the Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight because we believe that we can beat Tyson Fury. And styles make fights. We will have a better fight, a better chance to beat Tyson Fury than we would have to beat Deontay Wilder. Here we go. And Dillian Whyte is now the odd man out. And I think it is absolutely, positively justice served. Dillian Whyte, this whole time, Dillian Whyte has been, there was a plan for a unification fight, right? This, in my opinion, was Eddie Hearn's vision. Have a unification fight for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world between two Brits. Anthony Joshua, who held all those 3 belts and held 3 belts, and Dillian Whyte, if he would be able to beat Deontay Wilder, then Eddie Hearn would have in his little shell, he would have all of the belts, right, under his deal, without having to risk Deontay Wilder getting his hands on all 4. That's how I saw it. I've been reporting it like that, or not reporting it like that. I've been sharing my opinion on that for a while. So now that you have Tyson Fury with the WBC belt, that is exactly where Eddie Hearn wanted to be. It's what his plan was. That's what his plan is. That was what he wanted to accomplish at the high level. Now, I'm sure he would have liked it much better if Tyson Fury was signed to Matchroom Boxing. But now you have a fight that could take place between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. And by the way, Anthony Joshua is a little bit damaged goods. Tyson Fury is definitely damaged goods. You know, and the reason I say he's definitely damaged goods is because the dude is unreliable as unreliable comes. Okay, he's unreliable. He's prone to fits of foolishness, and he's not too long for it. Okay, mental makeup. At least that's what all previous evidence points to. Okay, when this dude doesn't have any big goal set in front of him, let's see how he maintains without a big goal in front of him. Right? We'll see how that maintains. But as far as it goes with Dillian Whyte, why? Dillian Whyte's just a bump in the road, man. And the WBC doesn't have to mandate that fight. The WBC had already put you off one time. They already put you off to 2021. Already put you off to 2021. And if Deontay Wilder fights Tyson Fury again, which it looks like is going to happen, if Deontay Wilder wins again, Tyson Fury and him probably going to fight again. If Tyson Fury wins again, then he's probably going to go fight Anthony Joshua. Or no, excuse me, he's going to go fight Pulev, right? Because Bob Arum is now looking to have Pulev try to beat Anthony Joshua. Oh boy, I'm telling you. This stuff all comes around, man. This stuff all comes around. You out there shooting shots at Deontay Wilder, a guy that would have given you a shot at that belt if you had just beaten Luis Ortiz. But you didn't want that. You didn't want to fight Luis Ortiz. You didn't want to fight Dominic Breazeale. You didn't want to actually set the fight up in the way that the fight was being offered to you. And you decided to ride with Eddie Hearn and Eddie Hearn's plans. And now you're going to be an absolutely second thought on Eddie Hearn. And you're not the first guy to be a second thought for Eddie Hearn. You can look at see what happens, what is happening with Eddie Hearn and Demetrius Andrade. Has Demetrius Andrade, since Canelo, which matchroom fighter is in position to get the fight with Canelo Alvarez? Is it Demetrius Andrade? Or is it Billy Joe Saunders? Or is it Callum Smith? Of the three matchroom fighters, now Demetrius Andrade was the first guy to jump out there and sign with DAZN. Okay? He was signed with DAZN before Billy Joe Saunders was signed with DAZN. Okay? First guy to jump out there. I'm not sure. So I think he was the first guy to jump out there. Is Eddie Hearn knocking down doors and doing all kind of stuff to get you a fight with Canelo Alvarez? Or even Billy Joe Saunders now? No, he's not, man. He's not. But see, this is my thing, and this is why I tell you guys that I rock with the LDBC, because man, this stuff is out there, man, and you guys should be able to see this. And yeah, there's some realities in the world, man. Dillian, you're not going to get that fight. You're not going to get that fight unless Tyson Fury decides to give it to you. If Tyson Fury is able to beat Deontay Wilder again, which is a likelihood that he'll be able to do that, definitely not guaranteed, likelihood that he could do it, because, hey, man, some of the explanations might be true. And if you correct, one thing about life is if you correct all your problems, you're accountable for them and you fix them, you'll perform better. If you're accountable for them and you fix them, you will perform better. If you are pointing out things to put blame different places and not on you, that's something else. You're not going to improve from that. So the outcome of fights can change, can and have changed often in the sport of boxing. But Dillian Whyte is not in a situation whatsoever where he is sitting pretty, where he is of some major concern to any promotional outfit. And quite honestly, he's just no longer useful. What's he going to keep talking smack about Deontay Wilder? Calling Deontay Wilder names and now you're going to call Tyson Fury names? You think? No, man. Tyson Fury, it's not going to work, man. And actually, man, it's just his comeuppance, dude. It's his comeuppance. He could have already had his shot at the WBC belt. It could have already been Dillian Whyte. If Dillian Whyte really could beat Deontay Wilder and he really could beat Luis Ortiz, if he would have fought Luis Ortiz, it would have been him fighting Deontay Wilder. And if he had fought Deontay Wilder and beaten him, it would have been him fighting, being in a position to fight Anthony Joshua for all three belts. But he didn't want to do it. He wanted to trust a dude who was only using him as a mouthpiece to try to tear down Deontay Wilder and try to protect Anthony Joshua. That's how I see it. I think that is a reasonable interpretation of the situation. And, we'll see. And I'm kind of laughing at it, quite honestly, man, because as soon as Eddie Hearn said, no need for this. Let's get straight to Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, even though the dude already knew that there was a rematch clause. So with Deontay Wilder, he gets that, right? Anyway, it is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.